I think last year was good for us as our group to get that experience of popping champagne and clinching and what that feels like. Now we know what we're chasing, because before it was always, let's win a World Series, got to get to the playoffs first. But for a lot of us in that clubhouse, we didn't know what that felt like to clinch, to get into the postseason. So for us to get that experience, now we know what that takes and then how to build off of that.
Just being able to experience the playoffs was definitely big it was a lot of our first times, motivating us to be a little more hungrier to make it a little further.
There's small things that we have to take care of in order to get further along in that journey, to be able to get there and have that success. But I feel that we're all capable of doing it.
But if you haven't been through those grinds and where you're a game and a half out with 15 to play or whatever, if you haven't been through that, it's hard to truly trust that things can turn around and that you can make a run and win a division or get a wild card and get into the playoffs. And so if you hadn't experienced it, it's hard to believe it, you know what I mean? And now that we've experienced it as a group together, had a little bit of a taste of it, it's easier to understand what it takes to get to that level.
I think that last 5-6 weeks felt like the playoffs, because every game mattered. So to get that experience is really good, and as a group, and we're going to use it and take the next step.
And I think bringing in a manager like Tito, that's a big deal. He's a Hall of Famer. And when you bring someone like that, you're not just trying to finish, second, third. Like, you're trying to win the whole thing. The expectations, like I said, are very clear. We're here to win.
I think that means, hey, we're cooking with good oil. I think that's exactly what that means. We were at the mercy of someone else, I believe, which is, kind of bittersweet, right? Obviously, man, we're in the playoffs, but we got in because somebody else lost. So, looking at it like, okay, we have an opportunity to let's take ownership of this, and let's get in on our own terms and really set a tone in the postseason.
I think it's just more of what to expect. Obviously we expect ourselves to win, but when you've actually done it, now we've experienced that. It's just something I think you carry with you that you probably don't even realize a little bit, especially as a team going into the next year. I'm excited for that. And, it's the expectation. Like I said, it's not just to make the playoffs. We want to advance. Popping champagne once was awesome. I'd like to do it a couple more times in a season.
I think last year, we got a little taste of the playoffs. Didn't go how we wanted, but we need to take the next step, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, obviously, getting a taste of it, right? Being able to pop champagne, with your teammates that you've been grinding alongside for 8 months. And we also got the feeling, 3 days later, getting bounced from the playoffs earlier than you want to. So just understanding what it takes to get into the playoffs, one, and then what it takes to win in the playoffs, because we obviously didn't play great, but I think the little mishaps, the little miscues get amplified even more, when it comes to postseason baseballs, and good teams are going to make you pay for that. So just understanding what it takes, really.
And as fun as that was, we ultimately didn't really accomplish anything other than just getting in. And so we have goals to get set out to win our division, and that's step one, and then hopefully make a good run at the World Series championship.